Ahead of the inauguration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Nigeria's 16th president on May 29, 2023, foreign policy experts have advised the incoming administration to sustain and strengthen the robust bilateral relationship between Nigeria and the People's Republic of China. Dr. Tochukwu Okeke, a senior lecturer at the University of Abuja, said the Tinubu administration should engage the Chinese government in the areas of agriculture and food security.
China is a developing country that is doing wonderfully well. And if you look at that country, it is the most populated country in the world. And yet, they are able to feed that population and have more to export. So I believe that one area that Nigeria has not really explored in their relationship with China is the area of agriculture and food security. This is because Nigeria has a comparative advantage in this area. We have a large expanse of land in Nigeria that is uncultivated. A large expanse of land that can feed the whole of West Africa. Don't forget that Nigeria is a regional power. A country that is strategically located between the Sahara Desert in the north and the Atlantic Ocean in the south. A country that has two major water bodies running through it. So the idea of irrigation technology can be imported. This happens in China. There is no time you go to China that agricultural activities is not going on very well because they have the land, they have the people, they have the technology. So I believe that this is an area that Nigeria has not really explored. And if an incoming government should focus on that area and say, you see, our relationship with China has to be, retweaked to impact on food security. You will not just be providing food for people, you'll be providing raw materials for industries. You'll be providing food for West African economies and markets. And by so doing, Nigeria will even generate jobs and millions of other value chains can be created just by pursuing that strand of foreign policy objective.
For Mr. Charles Onunaiju, Director, Center for China Studies, the incoming administration should engage China from the framework of policy, adding that China-Nigeria relations should be made more comprehensive and strategic.
I believe that China-Nigerian relation should be made more comprehensive, should be made more strategic. The Nigerian side should engage more from the framework of policy. Yes, the Chinese takes Nigeria serious. We are a strategic partner. We are declared a strategic partner since 2005. We are among the few African countries that Beijing considers strategic partner, which means we have mechanism for elaborate consultation on critical global and international issues. While we should reciprocate this, also designate China a comprehensive strategic partner with whom we could consult on key global issues. And I think also we should seek access. There is already a lot of mechanism to boost market access to Chinese food market. The import expo, the China import expo, which has been holding yearly since 2000, since the past 2 years. Nigeria has been. We have not explored optimally the prospects of Chinese food markets.
Dr. Suleiman Barnabas, a lecturer at Bayes University in Abuja, believes that the Tinubu administration should partner the Chinese government in the areas of industrialization and transfer of knowledge.
China needs to build industries in Nigeria. By so doing, you would have created more jobs for the jobless population that we have at this moment. I also want a situation where there will be increased exchange, student exchange between China and Nigeria, so that there could be exchange of knowledge. You see, we are in a knowledge-based economy, and until we have that exchange of knowledge, to the extent that Nigerians, young Nigerians, are also equipped with the skills that they are able to translate into tangible, economic prosperity for the people, then would will not be appropriating or optimizing the benefit that this relationship can actually bring. So I want a situation where the Chinese government will build some of the things we export. We have no business exporting them. We have free zones, free trade zones in Nigeria. Let China come and build so that Nigerians, industries are there, Nigerians are involved in the process and all, because I understand that the Chinese government operates a win-win situation, mutual benefit. And so to that extent, I want the Chinese people to also take Nigerians, young Nigerians, train them on how to make phones, on how to make the all the parts, for the phones and all, so that we can actually work towards a self-reliant relationship at the end of it all, not that of dependence.
On his part, Dr. Olalekan Babatunde, research fellow of the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, wants the incoming administration to prioritize power generation in its investment deals with China.
In energy, they also have been active in production. We are still having challenge with our production and distributions of electricity. So with this solar system too, coming from China, I think China, when we have that kind of cooperation with them, we can be able to scale up their investments in Nigeria, so that people have access to cheaper solar energy to power their businesses. If you go to many business plazas now, as we speak, probably they are on generators, individual generator. You can see the cost of diesel. You can see the cost of petrol, payments. They are going up. So if you have access to this solar energy everywhere, people will be able to be independent to produce their energy, so that they will be able to do more efficiently, and be able to have, pay their tax. It's the business that are doing well that can be able to pay tax to the government. And when you pay tax to the government will use the tax judiciously, also expectedly, to make the environment, to build, to improve the infrastructure for. So you can see the circle for the government too. When the government provides better infrastructure, which we in partnership with China, with other multinational corporations. So they will be able to provide for the people that are also engaging in business. We do well, we have profits, we pay tax to the government, and this tax too is expected to be used to further improve the infrastructure again, so that the government will be having money for its responsibility.
Since the establishment of diplomatic ties in 1970, Nigeria and China have enjoyed a mutually beneficial trade relationship, leading to the establishment of industries and the provision of critical infrastructures, especially in the transport sector. Michael Onjel, reporting for Nigeria Today.